lunch or dinner in the restaurant at the same time. Now when it comes to ceremony, I'm usually will start from the first bit of the wedding day. So ceremony will take usually around 20 minutes, and we will need to choose about 5 to 6 tracks to play during the ceremony. 2 is usually for people, bringing people through, 1 for their entrance, 2 for signing, and 1 for their exit. Ceremony will take around 20 minutes, and registrar's table usually would be in this window here, and then chairs would be arranged cinema style with gap in the middle. So for her, basically big entrance, we would close the door so nobody can see her just before she walks through it.
Those doors.
Yeah, it's sliding, so we can close. We can actually lock them. We can lock you in here and get out.
Locking.
Private.
Yeah, totally private. Yeah, it also kind of minimizes room, so it's not as big, and it gives more intimate space in that case. Also, all the tables would be cleared. It wouldn't be any tables or any access chairs in the room. It's just what you require. So now, after ceremony, we would ask you to go through to the lounge, terrace, or our gardens, weather permitting, for drinks reception. Drinks reception usually takes an hour and a half, and that would include having drinks and having pictures taken. We have quite a few places where usually photographer would sweep away at least bride and groom, and then dependent which other family members and friends. So now we have jetty. If you do have time, I would suggest to have a stroll down there. It's just a couple minutes away, and basically you go to the lake, to the shores. And it's a very, very good place for pictures as well.
I saw some of the pictures on the table.
Now after drinks reception and pictures, we would ask you to go back through. So during that hour and a half, restaurant staff would change everything around it, and it would be set for wedding breakfast. Again, we can choose to have top table, and top table usually will be in this window here, or in that window over there, dependent which layout we prefer. And then we would use big round tables for the rest of the guests, and usually we fit up to 8 people, but she can alter her table plan, so she can either put 6, 7, 8. I wouldn't put less than 6 because the table becomes very, very empty in that case. When it comes to table decorations, if let's say she's in Australia and she's happy for me to arrange it, I can do all that from here. Usually what would happen, I would contact my suppliers, they would put some ideas together, I would send pictures so she can pick what she likes. Also, these ones are additional charge, and we vary from, well, very, very big variation, because some flower arrangements can cost up to £150 per arrangement, and some can cost £10 per arrangement, so it's very, very difficult to say how much it will be. Now, if she has about 60 people, I would say she will need about 6 round tables and a top table. So usually kind of it will go top table, 3 tables in the first row and 3 tables in the back row. Wedding breakfast will take around 2.5 hours, and usually it includes 4 courses meal plus coffees to finish. If she doesn't like very official sit-down meal, we can look at different options. It can be carvery menu, or let's say just recently we did hot pot. So whatever people kind of like, we try to work around it, and sometimes we even create special menus for that particular wedding party. Now, sorry, I lost the train of thought. Okay, wedding breakfast. I mentioned it takes 2.5 hours. Coffees can be, you can have it on the table here, or you can have them in the terrace if it's very nice weather. Most probably it's quite suggestive, because people do like to kind of get up and it's kind of official part is finished in that case, and everyone can relax from there on. Now after wedding breakfast, again, we kind of would ask you to move to the lounge and terrace area, and restaurant staff at the meantime would clean everything again. The only thing they would change, and it's obviously on bride's and groom's discretion, but usually we would take top table out, we would add round table in, so it gives not as formal feel for evening. We have dance floor, which is just in the corner over there. We do push dance floor in the center, and then you would have DJ, band, or whoever you wish to have for entertainment set just behind it. We have function bar, which is just around the corner. It's usually closed, but it's open for wedding parties. So it kind of gives for your guests more space to move around, and more, 2 bars to use in that case. Because you know how important bars are in the evenings. And yeah, you can dance away, you know, do whatever you wish. Some people decide to have buffet in the evening. The latest we can serve buffet is 9:30, but it's very, very optional. Some people say yes, some people don't want to add anything else. We do ask to finish music at 12:30, but your guests are welcome to stay up as long as we wish. Bars will be open as long as we have guests upstairs. That's it. That's the restaurant part. Do you have any questions?
You organise the registrar.
Registrar is the only part we can't organize, unfortunately. So what you would need to do, you have wedding pack. You have number just in the front. I'll show you which one is it. Because I know what we can do. Here we go. This is the number to phone. We are registered with Ulverstone's office. And usually what we would do if somebody can't be at present and, you know, give all the paperwork, I think we can send paperwork to registrars, or we can bring on the day. So as long as we have all the details, as long as we have booking and time of the ceremony, usually we're fine. We do charge for, obviously, ceremonies, and I think in the hotels it's around £300, more or less.
Do they charge that?
Yeah, we charge because we obviously need to travel, so it's cost for them. So if you're getting married in their hall kind of thing, it's much cheaper than getting married in different venues. But I know that we have different prices if it's outside ceremony, if it's inside ceremony, they vary. But the last time I checked, I think we just changed price now, so it's something to check definitely. Now, so ceremony you would need to she will need to arrange. But after that, I can take care of everything else. Or let's say, you know, if any of you is on hand, you could kind of open and say, well, can we have a look at some samples or anything like that. When it comes to linen, you can choose between white or ivory. And we can also arrange chair covers. For 60 people, we have enough of the antique chairs. If it is more than 60, we have about 80 of these chairs. If it is more than 80 people, we need to use our conference chairs. In that case, most of people kind of tend to use chair covers so they all look the same. But 60 people is totally fine because they kind of match the ambience of the restaurant. But it's just dependent on what bride wants, really. Sometimes we say we want chair covers.
There's garden part of
The side, no, it's not. It's actually National Trust Park, but obviously if
Do they use that for the pictures?
not usual, no. You see, our jetty has enough of garden space. I know you can't see it from here. It's just basically steps out. You see that silver car?
Yeah.
So just behind that silver
It's a
car.
bit green.
Yeah, and you kind of go down to the jetty pathway. So this space I usually even, you know, prettier than our next door one. So.
The photographer, does she
Yes.
do that herself, or
I can suggest certain people, and in particular I like one photographer, which is Steve Colbrook. We used him a couple of times for weddings, and he was great. So, I mean, what photographers usually tend to do is very uninvasive photography because he tries to keep out of everybody's way. And if you go on our website, some pictures are taken by him as well. So I can suggest him. She just needs basically to email him, say what she exactly wants, and then he will work around it. And that's it. I do have supplier list, and basically all the suppliers is everything you might need for wedding. So
Like she wanted a hairdresser to come to the suite and make up.
not a problem. We usually use Erica's salon. The only thing that usually brides would try their look before wedding day. I don't know how long she's planning to stay in England.
I would say 3 weeks would be top, so she'd probably be here a week before.
Oh, that's great.
At
Yeah.
least, within 10 days before she gets married.
Yeah. So in that case, at least you could, you know, have a trial and, you know, have a look how it's gonna look. Because obviously they do match the wedding dress and everything. So should be good. Yeah.
She can get everything else on her own, really, you know, the availability and
Yeah.
dress and all that, she can do that. Yeah, but this has been great, though, just to have a look around.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite, I mean, today is a bit dull. This year weather has been very unpredictable, I have to say. Last year we had very good and then very bad. This year has been kind of just in the middle.
Yeah.
I didn't have, we already had in April, May and June, we had about 15 weddings. And I didn't have even one wedding that was horrible weather. But we had a couple of weddings where it was kind of showers and sunny, showers, sunny. So we had to work around, kind of day plan changed slightly because we couldn't take pictures at the, during drinks reception. So we had kind of to get them out. Yeah. No. So we all kind of went to jet and everything.
Yeah.
But you know, as long as you get pictures, that's the most important. It's something to remember, definitely.
Yeah.
So you know how you said she could go on the terrace with
Yes.
everybody, but that would be open to
Non-residents
Yeah.
or other residents.
other residents.
It is open, but we do display a sign saying wedding taking place. So non-residents
Avoid it.
avoid it
Yeah.
totally. We even had regular guests. We came in one day, we had wedding on. We walked in, like, see you next week.
Yeah.
Came back next week because it's just, you know, I don't really want to be around so
Yeah,
many
of
people,
course,
you
yeah.
know. So when it comes to accommodation, if you just give me that impact, so most probably it's easier if I explain it while I show. Did she mention which day of the week she wanted the wedding?
She doesn't know whether it's midweek or
Midweek.
weekend. She's not sure.
She's not sure yet. So I'll explain prices for both. Now, when it comes to midweek weddings, we have slightly different rates and slightly different requirements. So I'll start from midweek because it's easier to explain. So midweek wedding, what we count is Sunday to Thursday, and I have to say most probably Sundays are the most popular days to get married in our hotel. We do require for wedding guests to take 13 rooms if you want evening reception, which means playing music or having DJ, anything like that. Because these 13 rooms are underneath the restaurant, so we can't sell them to our guests. So that's as simple as this. All these rooms are higher standard. We're not our classic rooms, so we all has been refurbished. We all, you know, look nice and spacious rooms. Now, so if she would get married in June, I do remember because I think we checked for her. I didn't have Sundays available. No, definitely have Sunday available. So June, the prices for accommodation will start from £138, and first 5 standard rooms are priced exactly the same. So let's say when her guest would phone hotel to book a room, we would say, you've been allocated classic Lakeview room, and we wouldn't give any detailed information, and then she would be able to move people around. So let's say she said, oh, you know, my parents has to get the best room, you know, so then we moved to the best room. So she would, obviously, most probably in that case, it would be somebody from you, because for her it would be quite difficult, because you do need to see rooms, really. And then the only rooms we don't discount further is our Premier Plus rooms, Ruskin Suite and Warsaw Suite. Warsaw Suite is bridal suite, most probably she mentioned. She said she wants to get ready in, because that's the private room with hot tub outside and swimming pool and everything. So that's midweek. Then if you go to weekends, requirements change again depending on Friday or Saturday wedding. Friday wedding in June, we do ask to take 57 rooms. And I do understand that in that case for your part it would be way too much, because it's 60 guests. There is, you know, physically there is no chance to take 57 rooms. So that might be slight, you know, obstacle for your decision, yeah. And Saturday again, we have 57 rooms requirement, but for 2 nights. So Saturday is even harder. Yeah. The only thing, if she definitely sets her, let's say, heart on Saturday or Friday, the only other option, we don't ask you to take any rooms if you don't have evening reception. So having said that, if you don't have, let's say, you know, DJ or loud music playing, there are different options. We could have lake cruise, which is the boat comes to our jetty, picks guests up, and it's 1 hour lake cruise around the lake basically. So that keeps people busy, but obviously doesn't disturb restaurant work, so we can open the restaurant for our guests.
Right.
Most probably occasionally I would agree to have casino night, which means that wedding party would take this part of the restaurant, and then I would open first part to other guests. Casino nights are quite fun and interesting because you have prizes to win and everything keeps people busy, but they just last for 2 hours because basically we usually finish by 10, 11 the latest. I think we had one wedding that had casino night, so we agreed to kind of extend the hours and we work until 11 in that case. But you know, it's different options available. I think if she sets sets her mind on the date, she needs to get in touch with me, and I'll say maybe I can even sometimes reduce room requirement, dependent, you know, on the specific day, because you never know. I might have, you know, big group booking on Saturday, Sunday to full hotel over. So in that case, I don't mind to reduce Friday requirements. So it's just, you know, very difficult to judge, you know, when we don't know which day in particular we're talking about. We'll go back to reception here. I'll actually check again what is available in the first week in June. Yeah.
Perfect.
And I'll have a look if I can show at least one room.